can fly. Think I can fly when I'm with you. My arms are wide.
Hey guys, I'm here back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about some things that have been happening around why I went to Georgia, why I went to other places. I went from Houston, Texas to Arkansas to Georgia, back to Arkansas, back to Houston. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about some reasons why I left and why I was going to these places and what I had in mind, and quite honestly, I had no idea what I was doing. Last time I was in Houston, Texas, I was couch surfing. I don't know how I can explain that, but basically I left my father because I did not want to be in the situation that I was in. I thought that if I had done what I did, it would make things better and it would show my father that I had become more reliable on myself. What that did was it ended up having me leave my high school after 3 months of sleeping from house to house or friends' houses, or even sleeping in my car some nights. I was literally living out of my car, and what it led up to is me leaving my high school. I was a senior in high school. I was still trying to graduate and everything else, but I left my high school because it was just getting too, I basically gave up. So I went ahead and left high school and drove to Arkansas to live with my grandmother, which I did for a while. That's when I really started doing videos, was in Arkansas. So I was still trying to figure out, my whole health stuff and trying to figure out where I was going to do with my life. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. The whole time I was in high school, I was trying to get in the Air Force. That was my plan A, and I didn't think of a plan B. But with this Kalman syndrome, my recruiter said to me that they would not allow me in because of the fact that I had to get injections. So after I found out that I couldn't get it in the military, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I went ahead and got my diploma, and I was working at a Kroger for a while, and I was getting tired of being there. I didn't want to work anymore. Felt like I was getting stuck, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I just kind of lost all hope. But I was getting into a depression that I couldn't figure myself out. I didn't know what was wrong with me half the time. I couldn't find any motivation to do anything. I was homeschooled from 7th grade to my junior year in high school. Now, while I was homeschooled, I would travel in this trailer with my mom, and we would travel all over the country, and I was basically learning while I was moving and everything. We'd be constantly moving. But while I was homeschooled, I was doing online homeschooling. So there was a chat room on the website, and it was all the students that were doing the same academy. I had this friend that I would talk to online. We would chat while we're doing our homework and stuff, and we would talk like every day. We were best friends, and me and her would talk nonstop every day. As long as we were doing school and everything, we were talking. But after I left being homeschooled and went to public school to live with my dad, we lost contact. I tried to find her, and I couldn't find her because I wasn't on that website anymore. So it was kind of hard kind of losing that friend. After I found out that I couldn't get in the Air Force and stuff, I get a message on my phone from Facebook, and I'm just curious, I looked at it, and it was her, and she was messaging me. She was trying to get a hold of me, and she was like, "Hey." And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in like 4 years. And at this time, I still didn't really know what I was going to do, but I was also doing these YouTube videos. Now, when I finally decided, I like doing this YouTube thing. Maybe I should get into film school. so I can kind of do it full time, you know, maybe put it as a career. So I decided to do that, and she told me she was trying to help me get over there in Georgia. And at first I was like, you know, that's gonna be a lot of money. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if that's what I really want to do. So it was kind of like, I really wanted to though. I really wanted to see her because I've never met her in person. And that was always something we talk about, is meeting in person and actually hanging out, because we would only Skype and Snapchat and Facebook and all that stuff. So it was like, it was kind of like I really wanted to go there. I wanted to meet her. So I tried to find every way possible that I can get over there, but it just seemed like what I was doing, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anyone over there that I could live with. She was living with her parents, so it wouldn't work out. I didn't have a place to stay. The school that I was gonna go to didn't have any dorm rooms, so I didn't have a job over there. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And that's when she just said, okay, I got you. And she got me a place to stay. She got me a job. And she got me the directions and everything and helped me get established. And it was ridiculous. It was actually happening. I just couldn't pass it up. So I decided to leave Arkansas and go to Georgia. And I did. And it was I wouldn't regret going to Georgia at all. Now, I wouldn't regret going to Georgia, but I would regret what I've done. Now, I wouldn't say that I did anything wrong. Nah, that's not what I did. I didn't do anything bad at all, I don't think. But I feel like me going to Georgia kind of broke up our friendship. I just don't know how to deal with that still. I mean, I still think about her and stuff, but... So I decided to leave Georgia because it just wasn't working out, and it was hard. And that was my first time being on my own, so you know, I was still getting used to, you know, paying my own bills and all that stuff, and I was just really worried I'm making rent. So I decided to leave Georgia and go back to Arkansas for like a couple of weeks, just because I wanted to see my, you know, Meemaw again and catch up and everything. And I just wanted to sit back and think for a couple of weeks and just try to get everything in my mind of what just happened in Georgia, so I can just, you know, try to get past it and everything. After those few weeks in Arkansas, I decided to come back down to Houston to my dad. Now, I was kind of scared to see how that was gonna go. But so far, everything is great in Houston, Texas. I love it here. Me and my dad are getting along really well, and I'm getting established, as in I'm getting my equipment and I'm getting everything that I need. That I'm trying to create something. Now, the reason why I like doing this stuff is like, it gives me something to believe in. I feel like creating something is giving me a purpose, because without me, my story's not being told. Quite honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about, and probably most or all of this video is gonna be trash. So, I don't know what else to say.